After more than 2 decades, the statue of Confederate General Nathan Bedford Forrest no longer stands along I-65. It crumbled today while crews removed it. The image of a soldier on a rearing horse has stood surrounded by flags for each state of the Confederacy since 1998. The removal has sparked mixed reactions, renewing the conversation. What is history and what is a symbol of hate? News 2's Alex Dennis spoke with people with different perspectives. Alex.
Well, it was a very interesting conversation, and the biggest takeaway for me is that these gentlemen with different perspectives agreed on one thing. They feel Americans don't know enough about our history, and the simplified version we often pass down from generation to generation further divides us. The statue of Confederate General Nathan Bedford Forrest partially crumbled while being dismantled along I-65, a visual metaphor representing the fragile state some believe our country is in.
We have so much more work to do.
Anthony Hendricks is the co-founder and director of The Public, a group out of Franklin that promotes anti-racism through education. He says removal of these statues often pits two sides against each other, those on the, quote, right side of history and those who don't want the past erased.
You cannot remove history. History is there, right? We live in history right now. Why not talk about it so that we can do better going forward?
It's a conversation Lee Miller with the Sons of Confederate Veterans has been hoping to have for years, as he sees monuments dedicated to Confederate soldiers removed, like Nathan Bedford Forrest, who many refer to as an early leader of the KKK.
Historical markers need to be put up, more of them.
For context, he says, referencing a report by the Joint Select Committee of 1872 that credits General Forrest and other men of influence for disbanding the Ku Klux Klan and similar groups.
There should be markers and monuments to the black soldiers on both sides, including black Confederates, but it should be the truth. It should be correct.
As with any story, there's multiple chapters and characters develop, which is why cherry-picking facts hurts more than helps.
The taking down of a statue does not help with the educational disparities that still exist in America.
Hendricks feels if people don't take the time to read the not-so-pretty parts of history for themselves, then the cycle of misinformation perpetuates.
Education is power to me. And so the more information you can have, I think the better equipped you are to deal with life, to handle different situations that come your way, to respond properly to these issues that we're dealing with still in our nation.
Well, it is unclear where the monument to the Confederate general will be housed or if it will be on display at a later date. It was willed to the Battle of Nashville Trust. Haley.
Thank you, Alex. A bust of Forrest now sits in the Tennessee State Museum after it was removed from the Capitol earlier this year. Crews took the bust from the second floor of the Capitol. This was in July after several state agencies signed off. The bust was installed in the Capitol in 1978. Along with Forrest, the busts of Confederate Admirals David Glasgow Farragut and Albert Gleaves were also removed from the Capitol.